This video is for entertainment purposes.
I clearly am mad as a hatter and I live in Wonderland.
Illuminati is a conspiracy theory and blood sacrifices are a conspiracy theory, so you should not take anything stated in this video as gospel. Yes, the Illuminati are real. Are they who you think they are?
No, they're not.
Is everyone who is a celebrity Illuminati?
No.
Are there Illuminati who are non-celebrities?
Yes.
Now, you recognize an illuminated one because they're going to communicate in symbolism. They are not let you know what the next trick they have up their sleeve is. They are going to have somewhat of a jester-like quality where you don't know if they're being serious or they're being sarcastic, or you don't know what is truth and what is fabricated. They're going to come off like that, especially when dealing with Illuminati symbolism. You know, we all know the all-seeing eye, which is the eye of Horus, which simply just means that your third eye is open and activated. There are celebrities that are a part of the Illuminati. There are regular motherfuckers who are the Illuminati, because Illuminati just simply is an umbrella term for a collective group of individuals who see via their third eye. Are blood sacrifices real? That's like probably the biggest question motherfuckers want to know. Yes, not in the way that you think they are. Now, I'll tell you something about the blood sacrifices though. You want to think of it in terms of this. What does the word sacrifice mean, right? It comes from Latin, sacrificium. This just means something that is sacred or special. So a sacrifice is something sacred that is special. And a sacrifice occurs in this terminology with the Illuminati reference in terms of an agreement betwixt two or more individuals, that they have a sacred agreement, which is a sacrifice. And when you think about it in that way, you want to make the word sacrifice a little more lighthearted, right? You don't want to put it in the bucket of something that you're judging from like a perilous demise point of view, right? You want to view a sacrifice as something that it's a sacred agreement betwixt two or more parties, and they are all knowing that this sacred agreement is taking place, whether on, you know, if you want to think of it from a consciousness, psyche, soul level, an inner standing, things like that, or even sometimes a conscious understanding. This sacred agreement that occurs in Illuminati type of references, think about it, this also occurs in one's own personal realm. Even if they are saying that they don't believe in the Illuminati and that they're against blood sacrifices, right? It simply means as something, the blood is the symbolism of something tangible. Could be of the flesh, it might not be, but it's something tangible that is exchanged betwixt the two or more individuals who are in on that sacred bond, that sacred agreement, and it is something tangible that others in the 3D realm can see with their two eyes. That's simply what it is. So the blood does not necessarily mean offing someone, right? It means symbolically that there's something taking place betwixt these individuals, and there's proof and reference of it in the third dimensional realm, like something physical occurs. Okay, so you want to take the stigma off of the word sacrifice, especially in terms of Illuminati, because there are plenty of people who every day do sacrifice in their everyday life, right? And it's the same type of agreement. Now, you also want to keep in mind that any sacrifice, sacred agreement that is betwixt two or more individuals, parties, sentient beings, whatever, they are all in on that agreement, and they are all on some level or another knowing what's going on and are allowing it to occur. So when someone, let's say, they are asked to drive a loved one to the airport, they might sacrifice their sleep to wake up early to drive that loved one to the airport. Now, is that a big fucking deal? No, but it's still a sacrifice, if we want to. It's like an agreement, and there's 3D tangible exchange occurring, right? It's not blood, although sometimes individuals, if they choose to, they can use literal blood, and that's blood ritual work. But it's going on between the parties who are involved in the agreement, and it really has nothing to do with anyone else. But when we're talking about the stigma, especially of Illuminati and things like that, you know, they're saying, oh, what they're doing, sacrifices, and, you know, oh, my boy Moloch, right? My boy Moloch, like, that motherfucker, he was, man, his reputation and shit, okay? Oh, you know, you bring in your child to be sacrificed to Moloch. Well, Moloch is a fucking high priest, okay? So you are looking at the blessing inside that sacrifice, that sacred agreement, because you understand that has nothing to do with you. Now, if you have sacrifices, like I said, taking an individual to the airport, you've participated in sacrifices too. Maybe some of you have participated in blood sacrifices. I mean, I've encountered individuals who participated in blood sacrifice. There ain't nothing wrong with that, because the parties involved were okay with what was going on in that sacred ritual. So keep that in mind before you go judging something that you might not know all the information about. Of course, there are instances where actual physical vessels are sacrificed, you know, but let's say there's another, like a more hardcore example that I can give you. Now, if we think of something along the lines of, let's say, this is a story that I actually heard from someone else, right? There was some group of dogs, and they were running amok, and this individual had explained to me that they stood in betwixt the dogs and someone else that this person was with. So they kind of sacrificed themselves so that the other one could be protected, right? Now, this can go into like what the Roman Catholic Church likes to call martyrdom and shit like that, right? You think of something like that as well, and then you're looking at it from a perspective of, wow, that's so brave, what a hero. They sacrificed XYZ so that so-and-so would be okay. You see what I'm saying? So now when you look at it like that, even though maybe the individual put themselves in a position where their physical vessel would be snuffed out, but they sacrificed their physical vessel to preserve the physical vessels and livelihood of this individual who they sacrificed for, you're like, wow, what a hero, they're so fucking brave. But that too, I mean, is that not a blood sacrifice? But when the Illuminati fucking pops up and you hear rumors about blood sacrifice in the Illuminati, you're like, giving it the side eye and shit, you're like, where's the line, right? You don't want to ever put judgment on something that you don't know enough about to have an accurate discernment of what's going on, okay? Because I sure as shit don't. And I've seen some shit go on, and it ain't got shit to do with me, and you know what my motherfucking ass does? I stay in my lane, I mind my fucking business. So that, friends, is brought to you by the Illuminati. Thank you, boys. Hope that cleared up a few misconceptions that you might have had.